Xbox is changing, there's no doubt about it. Microsoft wants Xbox to no longer be a box you buy, but a platform that's available on everything you own. Recently, we saw the Xbox edition of the Asus ROG Ally, and that sort of thing is just a sign of things to come. And today, there's proof of that because we just got a limited edition MetaQuest 3S Xbox edition. It's a custom 128GB MetaQuest 3S in Xbox Carbon Black with Velocity Green. It's got a matching Touch Plus controller, limited edition Xbox wireless controller, an Elite strap, 3 months of Meta Horizon Plus, and 3 months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Now, it is stated to be a limited edition buy and is only available in limited countries, so quantities are extremely limited, but this sort of hardware really amplifies the message that Xbox is trying to get across. They want you to be able to play pretty much on everything. A VR device is pretty niche. Probably also why they stated it's extremely limited, but it still gets the point across. I think it also really amplifies just how important cloud gaming is to this overall goal, because the only way you're playing Xbox on a MetaQuest is by streaming the games via Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you hundreds of Xbox titles on a 26-foot virtual screen, which is honestly a really cool experience and well worth trying if you have the opportunity to do so. Truthfully speaking, I think this is just the start, and we'll be getting more manufacturers making these Xbox branded devices, really following the new slogan of "This is an Xbox," being pretty much on everything. I think it's only a matter of time before we see a phone or a tablet with Xbox branding, and I'm sure even though we'll have new Xbox hardware from Microsoft themselves, third-party hardware will also exist with the Xbox name. I totally see them going after that Steam box-like configuration that Steam wanted to do not so long ago. Now, is this a good idea, or does it devalue Xbox's branding in the grand scheme of things? Maybe a little, but I don't think it's going to do any harm. It's very clear to me that Microsoft needed to pivot. They were losing the hardware race quite substantially against PlayStation, so something needed to change. Game Pass wasn't the solution that they needed, at least not to sell hardware. What became very apparent is that Game Pass is all about how many subscribers you can get, and if your hardware is not selling, well, you're limiting your pool of potential customers. With this new strategy, there are plenty of more potential customers that can subscribe to your Game Pass Ultimate subscription plan, and since they're no longer worried about selling hardware, they don't mind actually just putting their games everywhere. It's why pretty much every new major Xbox game launches on PlayStation 5. Games are what make a platform, but exclusives, that's what brings you toward a platform over another, which is genuinely not their goal anymore, so why not just put their games everywhere and make as much money as possible? So what's the future of Xbox in general, and how does cloud gaming play into it? Well, you're still going to see hardware. We recently saw an AMD announcement that they're using it for the next generation of Xbox. Really cool stuff, don't get me wrong, but also kind of meaningless until we get to see more and actually see it play out. But there is an important takeaway from what was shared, and that's that they want to emphasize backwards compatibility. It means their library of games is going to be ever expanding and much more PC-like. Not to mention, that's a huge benefit for the cloud side of things too. After all, it should be a given that future cloud servers from Xbox will be using similar hardware and architecture to what they're planning. A lot of people love the idea of cloud gaming because of the power it brings to the table. You don't need expensive hardware to run the newest games. But it's also important to remember that the classics will always be loved and be important to gaming history, and being able to play those at any given notice by playing them through the cloud is definitely a seller. To me, options like this is what's really going to separate Xbox from the pack when it comes to subscription services. I should also point out there are plenty of rumors going around right now that Xbox is apparently investing more into backwards compatibility to improve the software even further and make it more impressive to play. Whether that's true or not, we'll see, but I would love to see it happen. All in all though, I think Xbox is in a very interesting position. They're definitely doing a lot of forward-thinking movements, and I gotta admit, a lot of the decisions are fairly pro-consumer. But whether it pays off or not is really the big question. Right now it's led to short-term gains. They seem to be doing better than before when they were just focusing on their hardware exclusively. Long-term ramifications have really yet to be seen about this though. Personally speaking, I'm rooting for them. I want to see Xbox do well. I want to see their cloud gaming service continue to get updated. I think it's overdue for one. They have a great head start and a huge library of games, a solid price for their subscription, but they really need to get up to pace with the 4K streaming in my eyes. But even I have to give credit where it's due. Xbox definitely is the prime example of anytime, anywhere. They're giving consumers all the choices, and it's great to see. Either way, that's all for now, but let me know your thoughts on the future of Xbox down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful at all, want more like it, hit that like button, subscribe to not miss out, and of course, this has been Steven from Anytime Anywhere Gaming, wishing you a great day, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.